Hey, this is Brant with RisingEagleProductions.com with yet another exciting tutorial for you. This is on how to edit video on your iPad or other Apple device. So the cool thing about Apple is that they give you a free program called iMovie that allows you to do this kind of editing. So you can actually shoot your video on your iPhone, edit your video on your iPhone, and upload it to YouTube from your iPhone. So what's better than that? So I'm doing this tutorial with an iPad simply because it is fairly universal at this point. Now, if you have some other kind of a phone, it probably will do something similar. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch iMovie, and the first thing that comes up is create a project. So we're going to create a project, and we're going to create a movie. You can look at the trailer thing. It's got a lot of cool features in it, but I'm going to make it as a movie so that it's pretty much from scratch. The first thing that comes up is basically what's in your iPad already as far as videos and pictures that you've already taken. So I'm going to select this first picture. I can choose that picture by just touching the picture itself or toggle this select deselect button. So I'm going to choose that picture. Now I'm going to go to my videos that I have, and I'm going to select some video. I'm going to choose this countdown. I'm going to choose this commercial. I'm going to choose this commercial, and I'm going to choose this outro video. You can see down at the bottom that I can create a movie now. I've got 5 items for a total of 1 minute, which is perfect for the attention span of your average viewer. So I'm going to select create movie, and it's going to assemble all of this into a movie. You can see down here at the bottom I have a timeline that I can scroll along, and you can see everything in the order that I chose it. So there we go. I have my picture, my countdown, I've got the whole deal. Now let's say that I wanted to make a change. I can simply hold my finger on the clip that I want to move, and I can just slide it around. So now I'm starting with the countdown, going into my logo, photo, and then going into a commercial. 1, 2, and 3. These are all commercials that Rising Eagle Productions has been involved with. The East Jefferson one was really fun to do. It was actually created by Bill Casanova of Casanova Productions out of New Orleans, and I was involved in the production as well as I wrote the music for it. So here we go. Now this timeline, if you use 2 fingers, you can squeeze it down so that it actually will fit in your view, or you can spread your 2 fingers out and you can extend the timeline so that you have more room to edit, which is what we want to do right here. I'm going to take this countdown, I'm going to select it, and I get bars on either side when I select it. It also tells me that it's 19 seconds, so I'm going to grab it on the left-hand bar, the yellow bar, and just dragging it across until I get down to about 5 or 6 seconds. And so we're going to choose that. And now it's going to play from there, and the rest of it's trimmed off. So I'm going to go out of that and go right into my photograph. Let's look at the photograph. The photograph is 7.7 seconds. It's too long, so I want to shorten that. This time I'm going to grab on the right side and just drag it down until it says about 3 seconds. So let's go to 3 seconds, and there we go. We got it. Now this has something called a Ken Burns effect. When you bring a photo into it, it's automatically going to add that effect, which basically is a pan and scan kind of a concept where it goes across the image. Now, Ken Burns didn't invent this. This technique's been around forever, but Ken Burns did a series of documentary films on like the Civil War and baseball, and he used this technique on photos that he used in his documentary, and it became quite the rage and was coined the Ken Burns effect. So congratulations to Ken Burns. He got something named after him, even though he didn't really invent it. So here we go. The Ken Burns effect is already applied. I can turn it off by just saying disable it, and then the picture just stays static. But I want to use that Ken Burns effect because this is a big image. So I have this arrow here that says position the start. So I pinch and I position where I want it to be. Then I select the end button and I pinch and I select it where I want it to end. And that's all there is to it. So now it's going to scroll across, basically pan. Okay, so then we go into my next piece. I have a commercial that was done some time ago, but I can see at the very end there's something I don't really like. I don't really need that, so I'm going to select this, and I'm just going to drag this across until that disappears. And there's my edit for my clip. Let's play that. It's going to come out. There we go. We have our dissolve coming out of it. We have the next clip. That one looks fine. And then we come out of that and we go into my outro. So now let's talk about sound. We've actually created the clip that we want. Oh, let me do one thing. Let's say I didn't want that countdown, so I'm just going to select the countdown, and I'm going to hit the trash button here down in the bottom right-hand corner, and it's gone. So now I open up with the logo. I go right into the spots. Now I'm going to pinch that down so I can see what I'm doing. And we're talking about sound now. Down at the bottom here, you can see below the clip there's a little squiggly line. This one, the first one here, is very down at the very bottom. This one looks like it's more in the middle, and this one looks like it's at the top. That's your volume level. So we want to change that. So what I want to do is take this first one, I'm going to select volume, and I'm going to bring that volume up so that it matches the one in the middle. Now, you'll notice that you can't hear the sound, and that's because I am mirroring this iPad to my computer, and when I do that, it doesn't really play the sound well, but you can take my word for it that the sound is there, and if you're doing this on your iPad, then when you hit play, you will hear your sound, provided your volume level is up. Okay, so on the last one, that one's too loud, so I'm going to bring that one down. So now I have 3 sound levels that are all about the same. So I have my edit. I basically go from the beginning to the end. Now let me talk about these little arrows in the middle. This is a transition, and you can adjust that transition to be a dissolve, a slide, a wipe, a fade, or some sort of theme. It defaults to a dissolve. It works just fine, and what that does is it superimposes one image over the other as it makes the transition, and it actually looks very nice. So you can leave it that. If I chose a slide, you can see what that would do. It's going to slide the other picture into place. But I don't like that, so I'm just going to hit the undo button, which is just to the left of this little squiggly line icon up here. What is that squiggly line icon? That turns your audio view on and off, so I can toggle that back and forth. Okay, now I don't have any sound on this first piece, so where am I going to get that from? I want a little bit of music, so I'm going to go here to the media. I'm going to select audio, and it gives you some theme music that's free. So let's say I wanted news. I'm going to use news. When it pops it in over the whole clip. I only want it at the very beginning, so I'm going to grab the side and drag it over here. And now that music will only play at the beginning. And when it ends, it'll go transition into the next piece. So we're done. All right, so how simple was that? Okay, I want a voiceover, so I'm going to hit the little microphone over here, and it's going to show me my level. You don't want it to redline like that little red spot right there that I got. You want it to stay in the green and barely, a little bit into the yellow. But now we can record, and let's say I was recording something. It's going to record in 3, 2, 1. Now go. And here we go. Talk, 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 talk. I finished what I'm saying. I'm going to stop. I can retake it, review it, or accept it. I'm going to accept it. Now you'll notice that it put that voiceover right where we recorded it. So, if you know where you want it to be, you can start there, or I can just hold my finger on it and move it over to the beginning if I wanted it there instead. I'm going to trim it down just a little bit so that it fits, but that's how you do your voiceover. I don't need the voiceover. I'm going to delete it. So hit the trash button. It's gone. And so now we have it. We are done with our piece. So I'm going to hit done. And when it's done, it's got your movie. It's 1 minute and 9 seconds. That's a good length. I'm going to now upload it by hitting the upload button. And I can choose any of these places to upload, like YouTube or the iMovie Theater or Vimeo or Facebook, or if you have Instagram or something like that on your computer, you can upload it to that. I'm actually going to save it, so I'm going to hit the save button, and I have some choices here. The iPad actually records in 720p, so I'm going to keep it in that format because I know that if I uploaded it to somewhere else, it would automatically change that file to fit the format that I'm uploading it to. So I'm going to hit HD 720, and then we get the tragically slow bar that's going to move across very slowly as we wait. And here we go, copying movie to the photo library. Well, we've got it in there, and that's got this tutorial for me. This is Brand at RisingEagleProductions.com. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial.